That respect is never given for free. It has to be earned. Every person wants to feel as if he is an invaluable member of the society, and others know his importance very well. That is why they talk about migrating from there and do not appreciate him. But many times, knowingly or unknowingly, to get the respect of others and to make our name, we make such mistakes which create misunderstandings between us and other people, and suddenly we become respectable and important in their eyes. Therefore, in this episode, we will talk about some such bad habits of yours, which if you do not change in time, then like always, you will be able to impress people a little in the beginning of every relationship. But then after a short time, you will be able to impress people. You will fall down in the eyes of people, but number one, you are always selling your baby. If you are holding on too tightly to this ideology, this worldview, then it does not matter. It is your personal choice. But when others, if you start selling your own politics and your political office in front of people and expect that the person in front will also leave his side and follow your ideologies, then this thing is very disrespectful and you can destroy all your respect too. You give unsolicited advice. No one likes it, and those people who go around selling unsolicited advice are the most irritating. But number two, do you allow others to suppress you, or do you keep playing the game of dominance yourself? A person who, if he is using sarcasm, irritable tone, and money questions to prove his dominance power in front of everyone, then he is more mature and flowery in time than anyone else. Such a person who allows all this to happen to himself. And if you allow people to dominate you, then if no one does it for you, then you do not need to prove anything to any person. Notice this thing in yourself, that when you are talking to someone and there is a third person, if someone starts saying something while interrupting you, what do? You either carry on, thinking that your point was not important anyway, or you finish your point first and then respond to what that person said. If you allow someone to intercept you, then it gives a signal to people that you and your words have no value. It is okay to stop or interrupt you at any time, and this is your but, which makes you less in their eyes, makes you important. If you talk to the other team because by entering the conversation and interrupting theirs, you express your point and it can be seen that you are very important, then in that case also people will fix you on distress, so neither will anyone else. Do not suppress or subjugate yourself to anyone. That is the but number 3 layer. You take too much from people and do not give anything. This is also very common because many people take help or things from others, but do not give anything back to them. Understanding booty. If you go out to eat or hang out with someone and they present the bill, then automatically you should know that the next time you have to pay the bill, this person will respect you more. When you will not shy away from giving something to them for the first time itself. However, if you keep giving something every time in that friendship, partnership, or relationship, then you are still wrong. It is very important to maintain balance in everything so that people do not use you. And without you knowing, they start using you. Every person remembers your every action and talk. Whether you borrowed something from them, did not return it, did not return their money, or you did not support them in their difficult times, no one will remember you till then. You will not give respect until you understand the transactions that take place in every kind of relationship. Rabbit number 4 is the fact that you speak ill of people. But this is such a thing on which almost every person greases the dish and says that he does this work. I never do. But the reality is that most normal people gossip about others behind their backs at some point or the other, and it's a very unattractive thing to do, no matter how good of a friend you are. Don't do evil and don't call him totally wrong. Even if you don't advance a person by 10, believe, whenever gossiping about him is useful, gossiping looks like this in that moment, or by talking about something important and with a person. You are making the other person strong, but who are you singling out the other person? You are that person who has a very close relationship with evil. When Big Boss, you can now see the evil of others clearly in this way, in the mind of that person. Your thoughts start getting associated with negativity. So to earn the respect of others, never engage in gossiping. This is number 5. Your focus does not move away from me. That is, while talking to anyone, Just keep praising yourself and that's it. Keep talking about which college you graduated from, sometimes what job you got, how much you earn more than others. All these are useless things. If no one directly asks you about your achievements, then you should consider this topic. You should not bring it out because it makes you look very desperate that you do not have any other quality apart from the few listed in your list. Your personality is not defined by your income, your job, or material things, but by your behavior. There is no harm in celebrating successes or qualities and sharing their happiness with others. But when a person is unable to get out of the topic of praise, then his mere fashion starts coming in front of everyone and he starts talking to people himself. Starts to distance themselves because only fashion or narcissism is a way of finding insecurities, and a person like me makes others feel as if he is trying to hide some of his truth and he is a liar, hence by using himself. Notice whether you too were always losing respect and importance in the eyes of the people of Adpushkar. Term of 6. Taking responsibility for something. Now, notice this thing for all the people whom you respect deeply, that there will be such people who know how to take responsibility for themselves. They do not put their work on others, nor do they complain about it being difficult because they are only a humble and well-respected person who knows that meaning is found in life only then, when the burden is borne by oneself and the work related to it is done by oneself. But number 7 is to stick to one's words. A person's words are very useful in measuring his depth, but if you break your promises and what you say is, if you don't fulfill, then there is no arrangement for your things nor for yours. As an example, if you have been in a committed relationship for 5 years, but one day your partner catches you cheating on them, then in that movement, it doesn't matter how close they were together or how many years they were together. As soon as they see you breaking your promise, you immediately lose all respect in their eyes. Similarly, if you put your future ahead of your friends and family, if you talk about fans and goals but never work on them consistently, then you end up shooting yourself in the foot because by telling others about your goals, you automatically awaken the judge inside them. You can also justify being lazy by making some excuse to the judge within yourself, but other people will notice your actions and they will understand that your words cannot be trusted. Now you may talk a lot, but do. Remember nothing. It takes a lot of time and hard work to earn respect, but it neither takes much time nor any hard work to lose respect. Highway number 8. You do not give respect to others. A big part of getting respect is giving respect. You use paint inappropriately, you shout at your friends, you start getting angry with the person in front of you within 2 minutes in the traffic, you start abusing the waiter when you go to a restaurant. Every disrespectful act brings you down in the eyes of others. And it shows the question of life in you, so do things that take respect, and by default delete people respectfully. This is the phony.